to another episode of All Things Ghostly. I am Abbie. Welcome if you've never been before. It's a good time here, always. Today we're jumping right in because I don't have the anticipation to do a whole intro, and I'm sure y'all don't have the anticipation to listen anymore because this is part 3 of the return of Dear David, and we're just gonna jump right back in and wrap this little series up. It's been fun while it's lasted, but let's figure out how this ends. So this starts on January 13th through 14th of 2018. So Adam tweets, I swiped to my mentions and saw that everyone was tweeting to me about something I posted to my Instagram story the day before, saying that they saw something weird. The stories are expired now, but I have screenshots and I don't know how to explain it. Long story short, I went to brunch on Saturday with a friend. I posted a few photos to my story and they were fairly unremarkable. Here's the first 2 I posted, totally dumb and normal, and then he shows the photos. In a thread begun the evening of Tuesday, January 16th, Ellis brought a startling development to our attention. David had seemingly invaded his Instagram account too, but that's not all that was going on. The possibility that Ellis either has already been or will shortly be possessed by David suddenly appeared on the table too. Ellis actually began the update by saying that things had been better recently than they had previously been. He was sleeping through the night again and hadn't been plagued by any weird dreams. He did, however, observe that he had started to lose time periodically. Like, I'll look up at the clock and realize a whole hour has gone by and I don't remember any of it, he wrote. And that he had developed a habit of thinking a friend had said something that he had missed, only to find, upon asking them about it, that they hadn't said anything at all. More disturbing than that, though, was this. The previous Sunday, January 13th, he had gone to brunch with a friend and subsequently posted some photos from the morning on his Instagram story, as seen up top here. The next day, January 4th, he woke up to find many more notifications in his Twitter mentions than usual, all of which were asking him what was going on with the aforementioned story. His followers had taken screenshots of the story in question. Here's what they looked like. Adam tweeted, "They're totally boring brunch photos. I posted one more photo of me and my friend before leaving, and that was that. But the next day, I had a zillion messages about the third photo I posted. People had taken screenshots and sent them to me. This is what somehow got uploaded to my Instagram story." And then he shows this picture of his face almost looking like a skeleton or something. Ellis had no idea what had happened to that photo. He said it looked fine when he posted it the previous day, but now not so much. In fact, if examined closely, the photo seemed to show David's face superimposed on top of Ellis's. Many users took that as a sign that David was actually possessing Ellis. Adam tweeted, "Like, I've been sleeping fine and I have lots of energy during the day, but sometimes I seem to sort of lose time, I guess. Like, I'll look up at the clock and realize a whole hour has gone by and I don't remember any of it." Somebody replied to him and said, "Oh, hell nah, he's possessing you." And indeed, the signs, losing time, hearing things, etc., are consistent with what folks who believe in demonic possession believe to be indications of a possession in action. Ellis left it here. "I have no clue what happened. It looked perfectly fine on my phone when I uploaded it. I'd say it was just a glitch, but I can't make sense of what's happening with my face. Maybe I can. I know what it looks like, what it probably is, but I don't know if I care anymore. I really just want things to be normal again, and things feel normal enough right now. I don't know. I guess I'll keep you updated if something else happens." As some followers pointed out, we could be in for an interesting time soon. So on January 28th, Adam just posts this video of his cat again. Okay. He's crying. Ooh. Yeah, he definitely looks scared for sure. By the end of January, it had been quite some time since we'd seen Ellis's cat behaving oddly. The last update that centered around bizarre pet behavior occurred on September 5th. The videos in which Maxwell batted at something invisible in the living room while a green glass jar slid seemingly on its own across the coffee table. On October 26th, when Ellis showed us the pictures of someone watching him from the roof across from his apartment, he noted that the cats had stopped gathering at the door each night, but we hadn't heard much else. But then in the wee hours of the morning on January 28th, the video seen here appeared on Ellis's Twitter feed. In it, Maxwell, the cat who seems to be the most sensitive to whatever is going on in Ellis's apartment — he's got 2 cats, remember — Maxwell is the white one with tabby patches, while Pepper, we know his name now, Pepper, is solid black with yellow eyes, is sitting in front of a door, meowing the same way he did way back when this whole thing started. It's not totally clear where in Ellis's apartment we are. It's probably his living room, though, and Maxwell is probably meowing at the front door. We can make these assumptions based on the colors of the wall. Yellow, like all the living room shots we've seen throughout the saga. And the fact that there seems to be a small table with dark legs right by the door, which looks a lot like the table seen in the video from September. The cat does this for around 30 seconds, although toward the end of the video, he turns around and faces the camera while continuing to meow. And then the video abruptly ends. Maxwell's behavior wasn't the weirdest part about this video, though. That honor went to the angle from which it was shot, from the floor, with something large and undefinable in the foreground on the left-hand side. I didn't see this, so I'm curious. Also, there's no thread accompanying this video, making for another huge departure from Ellis's usual format. And if you freeze the video on the last frame and enhance the contrast, this emerges. Somebody replied to that saying, "What part of the video did you capture this?" And then another person replied, "Enhance the contrast." And then a picture of this cat looking scared, but I don't see anything. Like, I see a shadow in the corner, but that's kind of it. David's face appears to be superimposed over the cat. Okay, so look at the cat's face. Again, I don't see David's face there. I don't know. Anyway, put all of these elements together, and especially in light of the previous update, many of Ellis's followers came to one conclusion and one conclusion alone. Somebody replied saying, "Adam, is this you or David? We need freaking answers, man. I am scared." Ellis may have finally been possessed by David. Then Adam tweets, "Everything is fine," on February 3rd. That's all there was to Ellis's next update, just those 3 words. You'll note that the tweet itself is also a departure from his usual style. Ellis is typically good at using capital letters, punctuation, and correct grammar, but here we're looking at something written in all lowercase letters, with no punctuation, and with a weird extra space in between 2 of the words. Everything is probably not fine. Then Ellis tweets on February 6th, "Some of you already know this, but I thought I should make a short update on Twitter about it. A little over a month ago, I made the difficult decision to leave my full-time job after 4 years with the company." Something puzzling happened just a few days after the "Everything is fine" tweet. Ellis appeared to break character, posting a personal announcement. The announcement resumed with a threaded format he'd used for most of the Dear David story, although it was much shorter than usual, just 3 tweets long. In it, he restated something he'd previously said on Instagram a few weeks earlier, that he had left his full-time position at BuzzFeed in order to focus on his own projects. He tweeted, "It wasn't an easy choice, but it just became too difficult to focus on everything, and I decided it was time to turn my attention toward personal projects. I'm nervous about what the future holds, but I feel good. I know big things are coming." Followers weren't sure whether the announcement was a part of the story or not. However, the 3rd tweet in the thread, it says threat, but thread, arguably tipped the scale toward the yes, it's part of the story side. There was a strange extra space between the words feel and good. There was also a strange extra space between the words is and fine in the Everything is Fine update from February 3rd. The coincidence didn't actually seem coincidental. Adam then tweets, "Please don't worry about me. I'm okay and everything will be like it was before," with a smiley face, like a colon parenthesis smiley face. The plot thickened again the evening of February 13th into February 14th. A tweet appeared on Ellis's timeline that, like the Everything is Fine tweet, lacked the capitalization and punctuation Ellis himself typically uses when he writes. Also, it included an emoji. They call it an emoticon, but an emoji. Another oddity, since Ellis hasn't used anything resembling an emoticon or emoji in his previous threads. This tweet seemed to strengthen the idea that David had possessed Ellis, or at the very least had taken over his Twitter account. Adam then posts another video of the cat. That was a big yawn. Okay, so that was a very long clip of his cat just basically doing the same thing, meowing at the door. Another video quite similar to the one from January 28th appeared too. Again, it was shot from a low angle, and again, it showed Maxwell meowing plaintively at Ellis's front door. A strange object was still positioned in the foreground, although this time we could sort of make out what it was. It appeared to be a nylon drawstring bag. Both this video and the January 28th one were posted just after midnight. That is right around the time that Ellis said his cat started acting up every night way back at the beginning of the story. Adam then tweets, "For everyone asking if I'm alive, I'm doing okay. It's been pretty quiet around here lately, and I've been trying to focus on work. Of course, I'll keep you updated if anything strange happens, but for now I'm staying busy with drawing and other projects." After those videos, the story seemed to stall. So much so that it looked like it had ended up completely. About a month after the last February video, Ellis tweeted that he was alive and well, and that things had just been quiet. His Twitter feed also returned to normal, featuring comics, photographs, and messages unconnected to the ghost story. Then on June 6th, The Wrap broke the news that a Dear David movie was in the works. Ellis also confirmed the news on Twitter. He tweeted some Dear David news. Dan Lin, producer of It, will be producing a Dear David film with screenwriter Mike Van Ways, writer of the Conjuring spinoff The Crooked Man, attached. And then he just posts a little illustration of a director's chair. Ellis also told The Wrap that what he's been experiencing is absolutely real. Not everyone on Twitter believes him, but well, do with that what you will. Whatever the case, it's clear that Dear David isn't quite finished with Ellis, or the rest of us just yet. This post will be updated as the story continues, so stay tuned for the next installment. Okay guys, so that is actually it for the episode. Obviously this is a little bit of a short episode, so I apologize for that, but unfortunately I couldn't fit it into the second part. I couldn't fit all of the rest into the second part, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this little series. It took a while to obviously get through, but I hope that you guys stuck through and enjoyed it. I definitely really enjoyed it. This was a crazy story to remind myself about. Again, hopefully you guys have watched the other two parts as well, to get all the dirty deeds. But I remember this when it first got, when it was happening, and again, the whole internet was taken by storm. We were waiting day by day by day to get updates, but I was just so afraid of it back then that I really didn't partake. I just heard the updates as they circulated through probably Instagram or whatever, because obviously TikTok wasn't a thing back then. But TikTok would have ate this whole story up if it had been. But anywho, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Like I said, definitely make sure to comment down below. Let me know your favorite parts of it. Let me know if you think it's real or not. Personally, again, I just don't ever question when somebody says that they've had a paranormal experience, because I have no reason to. I will say those photos of David are very, very unbelievable. If that really is real, that is the scariest thing I've ever seen. But it really does, again, I'm not trying to accuse him of editing or anything, but it really did look like a doll or an edit. So it's just really unbelievable, and I'll just leave it at that. Again, let me know your thoughts on that. Let me know if you think it maybe started out real, but then he started to capitalize on it and make it even more real by, again, making these photos of David. I'm not really sure. Who are we to say? And again, I don't know if the Dear David movie is out. This has been in the works since 2018, so you think it would be, but again, when I looked it up, I had a difficult time confirming whether or not the movie was actually out or not. I didn't see anything, so I don't think it is, unless it's been blacklisted since it's been released. But anyway, let me know if you guys know anything about that as well, because I would not watch it because it would scare the absolute crap out of me, but it'd be nice to know that it's out, because it is a very interesting story. But anyway, again, like I keep saying, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I can't wait to see you in my next episode where we start a new adventure on some other spooky topic, so make sure to stick around for that. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night or work day or gym workout or eating dinner or whatever you're doing while you're watching or listening to this. Probably not the best episodes to listen to. The Dear David ones definitely watch on YouTube, because I include all the little clips and stuff. Anyway, I already said this a million times. I will see you guys the next round of an episode. I don't know why I'm being weird. Anyway, bye guys.